I remember with the next generation firewalls, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, a lot of very big brands got kind of busted because they were taking a shortcut and they were just scanning some of the data because they just didn't have the CPU and memory on those devices to really do the whole job. And so eventually the hackers sort of figured it out. They were only scanning, I think, the first 54 bytes or something like that. And so they didn't start writing malware to the 56th byte. So everyone was passing it through. And only a few of the products on the market actually looked at every little bit of the data.
There's, a popular backup software that's out there today that does metadata-only analytics on premise, because you're exactly right, it's a horsepower issue. They don't have the horsepower and the processing capability to look inside every file. So what they do is they do a first pass looking at metadata only, looking for obvious signs, which are, changes of extensions, rapid change in file size, for example. And then anything that they suspect is corrupt, they move it out to the cloud where they have the processing horsepower. So that workflow is incredibly flawed for many reasons, because they're going to miss a lot of data and get a lot of false negatives. And false negatives and false positives are really what cybersecurity professionals don't want to deal with, because then they lose confidence in the system. We have seen cyber criminals just get smarter and smarter, and if they say, hey, we're going to go and change the file extension to .encrypted, ask for a ransom, and if the customer, the victim comes back and says, hey, no, we're good, they'll say, hey, that didn't work. Let's up our game and move to some more sophisticated approaches. And you're exactly right. So they're going to change their game, change the approach, and they're going to target people with more sophisticated content-based encryption that's hidden. So I think it's important for customers to compare what's on the market today, and even with the firewalls, to know that they will be circumvented. Some of the attacks that we're seeing, David speaks about this all the time, where they're embedding, the ransomware inside virtual images inside the data center that go uncovered. So I don't think you can prepare for what they're doing because they're going to constantly change. I think you need to look at the data, check the integrity constantly, and have the confidence that your data is clean, because the data is your lifeblood of your company. And once that gets corrupted, you're out of business. And we've seen companies spend 6 months, getting their business operational again. How much would that cost you?
Potentially everything, right? If you go out of business.
It could.